Hey everybody! Today I want to bring you my best of 2014 products for the year. So these are going to be some of the products that I really loved this year, used often, every time I did my makeup, things like that. There are also some products that I discovered this year that I decided are just definitely worth having, and I wanted to share those things with you so that if you want to try them out, maybe you will decide that they are for you. So today you might notice that something is different about me. Yet again, I changed my hair color. I was kind of going for like a silver color, but we decided at the salon to go ahead and add some more purple into it, and it kind of turned out more of a crazy purple. Not crazy purple, but a bright purple than I thought it would, but I actually really like it. The one issue that I'm having with it, and you might notice this, I don't know if it shows up on camera, it probably does, because everything seems to show up on camera, but my roots did not take the color as well. So what had happened is my roots had grown back, and then they lightened them to get the purple in there and kind of make the two match, but it didn't pick up the purple as well, and it kind of made this like gold color of my roots. But oh well, it's not really that noticeable in person. I even asked my husband and I was like, Matt, are you absolutely sure that it's not that bad? And he said it's not, so I'm just going to stick with it. So as far as my makeup goes today, I decided to go with kind of like a grungy look. I don't mean it to look grungy, but it kind of ended up looking grungy, so I figured that it looked kind of cool with the dark purple. This lip is awesome. I got this from my Ipsy bag for December. I think it was December. And it's a lip paint by, what is it? J-Cat lip paint, and I really like this stuff. I think it's pretty fun. So anyway, hope you like the look today. Hope you enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into my best products of 2014. Okay, so I'm keeping my products in this little tin right here, so if you hear things kind of jangling around a little bit, that's what it is. It's kind of louder than I wanted it to be, but I couldn't find another container to put it in. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with like face and hair stuff, and then we'll jump into the makeup. The first thing for 2014 that I think I discovered this year, well, I didn't really discover it, but I finally ended up buying it, is this Batiste dry shampoo. I had tried other dry shampoos before, but this one is by far my favorite. This is the tropical scent. It smells like coconuts, and I love it. It is a really good dry shampoo. When I spray it in my hair, it doesn't make it feel worse than it did before, which is what I find to be the case with a lot of dry shampoos. This one definitely makes your hair feel refreshed, and even if I'm looking, if I don't have super oily hair but I just want to add a little extra something to my hair, I'll spray this in, and it definitely kind of perks things up and makes it look a little bit more full and volumized. So Batiste dry shampoo is super awesome. Definitely going to keep up with using this in 2015. Okay, next up is something that I've mentioned in quite a few videos before. This is my It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. This stuff is awesome. I use this after every time I wash my hair, especially now that I have this purple stuff going on, because I'm constantly using violet shampoo, which is always pulling out the brass in my hair, and it tends to make my hair a little bit dry, so I use this to do some extra moisturizing of my hair. It's a detangler, it's a moisturizer, it's a really good leave-in conditioner. So every time after I get out of the shower, I just towel dry my hair a little bit, spray all of this in before I brush it through, and I'm good to go. So I have gone through almost 2 bottles of this so far this year, and I'm sure I'm going to have to repurchase another one very shortly because I'm about right here on the bottle. So definitely recommend It's a 10 Leave-In Miracle product. Last for skin and hair stuff is my Tarte Maracuja Oil. This stuff is awesome. This is kind of like a game changer for me. I just did a blog post on this on my blog, and I literally called it a game changer. It's a really lightweight formula. It sinks into the skin really quickly. I use it day and night. I've been trying to kind of cut back on using it during the day now, just because I'm getting kind of low. It's about half done, and I want to make sure that I can keep using it for a while. So I'm going to start using it only at night, but I have been using it during the day, even though the directions say to use it at night. But anyway, Tarte Maracuja Oil is really good stuff. Super lightweight. It just melts right into my skin, makes my skin feel really nice, and makes me wake up with a nice, plump, refreshed, hydrated face. So definitely recommend this stuff. So moving on to makeup, I'm going to mention some face products and some brushes, and then I'll go into some eyes and lips things. So first off is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for Dark Circles treatment. This stuff is just like, I don't want to say a cult product, but I think it kind of is. Everybody loves this stuff, raves about this stuff, and I finally picked some up this year and I love it too. It is awesome. So it's pretty easy to use. It's just got this little spongy applicator. You just click it and the product comes up, and then you just dab it on your under eyes, and then I blend it in, and I love it. It is amazing. So definitely recommend this stuff. I got it in the Brightener color, so the Brightener is very light, so I don't recommend it if you have like darker skin, but my skin is fairly light, so I can use it. But it definitely, like, as soon as I put it on, I'm like, whoa, that's way too bright. But once I blend it in, it looks just fine. So definitely recommend this stuff. It's really, really good. To go along with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Eraser for Circles thing, I'll tell you how I blend it in. I actually use my Real Techniques Beauty Blender to blend in my concealer under my eyes. If you watched my favorite videos the other day, then you may have seen that my kitten was trying to play with my beauty blender, and I got it away from him at that point, but then I left it out after I filmed that video, and he kind of bit it and played with it a little bit. So I went and washed it off, and I'm going to keep using it because it was a little bit, it wasn't pricey, but you know, I only used it a couple of times until he bit it. So still using it even though it's got some little holes in it. Thank you very much, kitten. But this is what I use to blend in my concealer. I also use it to apply my foundation. So I'll put some foundation right here on the flat part, and then I will dab it onto my skin and blend it all in. Then I'll take my Age Rewind thingamajigger, put some of that under my eyes, and then I'll take the pointy end of the beauty blender and I will dab it under my eyes and blend it in. And it works well. It does a seamless application and blends everything really nicely and very pretty. So definitely recommend one of these. So next up, I have mentioned this probably multiple times. This is just kind of like my go-to. I don't use any other finishing powder for my face. I love it that much. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte long-lasting pressed powder. This is a pressed powder. It is in the color translucent, or actually it's called transparent, but it's just a really nice soft powder that you use to set your makeup, and I love it. It's amazing. It keeps my skin looking matte and not shiny throughout the day, and it's just perfect. So what I use with this is my powder brush from Real Techniques. I love this thing. I bought this a couple months ago. Actually, yeah, it was like September that I bought this. It is super soft, super fluffy, and all I do is just take this, just kind of dab it right in there, and then just press the powder right on my face like that. So really good. This brush is super soft, and I love Real Techniques because their brushes are pretty darn affordable. I'm not even going to tell you how much it was because I have no idea, but I know that it was less than 20 bucks. Definitely recommend Real Techniques if you're looking for affordable brushes, and you can get them at Ulta or off of the web, so definitely recommend these. Next up is a pretty recent find, but I was looking for a good bronzer and I can never find one. Like I just have a really hard time finding a good bronzer. But I went into Ulta one day when I was out of town, and I went and picked up the NYX matte bronzer. I love NYX products, but they only carry them at Ulta and Target, neither of which I have near me. So I had to go grab this when I was out of town. So this is just a really nice matte bronzer. This is the medium shade, I believe. Yeah, so I just use this for contouring and warming up my face after I've done my face makeup. So it's a really nice soft powder, just a really good you know, medium color for me. It's perfect to kind of just warm things up a little bit but not be too dark. And it is a matte bronzer, so it does not have shiny stuff in it. It's just a really nice finish, and I really like it, and it is perfect for what I need it for. So okay, so next up for the eyes, this is the one eyeshadow that I'm going to talk about. You know, I realized as of late I am not a huge eyeshadow person. Like, I own quite a few eyeshadows, but I don't gravitate to the eyeshadows when I go into the store. I find that if I find a really good palette, then I just kind of stick to that palette. And yeah, I don't really kind of veer too far from what I like as far as I eyeshadows go. What I have found is I love Urban Decay eyeshadows and I love the Naked palettes. All of them are just gorgeous. I own two now. I have the Naked Basics and then I got Naked One for Christmas. So I didn't include Naked One because I got it so recently. I know that I'll be using it a lot in 2015, but I didn't want to mention it because, you know, or bring it into the video because I didn't, you know, I haven't used it enough to say that it was the best product of 2014. But I can say that Naked Basics is amazing. I've had this since my wedding in 2013 and I love it. It's just a really nice basic matte palette. I love it. It's got some really great colors in it. Some that I use more than others, as you can possibly tell. So mainly I use Naked 2 and Faint. Those are the two that I use most often. I also use Venus quite a bit. Venus is the one shadow in this palette that is not matte. It actually has some shimmer to it, but it is meant to be, I think, meant to be a highlighting shade. So I generally use this for highlighting my brow bone and also the inner corners of my eyes. But this is a really good palette. Definitely recommend this. I want to get my hands on Naked 2 Basics, but just haven't done that quite yet. But this is a really great palette. So speaking of that palette, the Naked Basics palette, I wanted to mention this brush. If you watch my December favorites, then you probably saw this whole spiel about this brush. But this is a base shadow brush from Real Techniques. Like I said, I love Real Techniques. This is just perfect for doing a basic eye look. I use this pretty often, just kind of the only brush that I use when I'm doing my shadows. If you're interested in seeing how I use this, I do recommend checking out my December favorites because I want to go into the details of it. Go ahead and check out that video if you want to see how I use this brush for, you know, just an everyday look. Last but not least, when it comes to my eyes, this is something that's a pretty recent find, but I can tell you that I will be using it all of the time because I am obsessed with it. This is my Lights Camera Flashes mascara from Tarte. I got this in my advent calendar as well, just like the Maracuja Oil. This mascara is amazing. Rubber brush rather than, you know, like a fiber brush, and I love rubber brushes when it comes to mascara. And this stuff is just amazing. It just works so great for my lashes. It's amazing. It separates them, it makes them fuller, it makes them longer. It just makes them look very, very pretty. This has been my go-to mascara for the entire month, and I know that it will remain that way. So Lights Camera Flashes from Tarte. Great, great mascara for 2014, and I know for 2015 it will be as well. Okay, we're rounding the corner. We are on to lip products, and this is going to be the last section. I actually have more lip products than I thought. There's 4 that I have to show you. So the first one is my EOS Lip Balm. This is something that I have always wanted to get my hands on, these EOS Lip Balms. I just never actually ended up making the purchase until this year. I started buying them this year, and I'm obsessed. I now own like 8 or 10. I own a lot of EOS lip balms these days. So this is the, I think, like Tangerine Blossom or something, Orange Blossom. I got it in a little mix pack for Christmas, but I love this stuff. It is just a really nice lip balm, just goes on really smoothly, hydrates really well, and they have some really great flavors. And it's in a cute little egg shape, so I think it's kind of adorable. But EOS lip balms are awesome, so get your hands on some of these if you haven't done it yet. I'm sure you've heard of them. You should go buy some because they are great. On the line of lip balms, I wanted to show you my Revlon lip butter in Wild Watermelon. This is a really great color that I have used quite a bit this year. It's a really nice summer and spring color because it's kind of like a bright, like corally, orangey, pinky red. I don't know if all that makes sense, but Revlon lip butters are really nice. They're really creamy and easy to apply and moisturizing, so these are really nice. I just kind of throw one of these in my handbag and I'm good to go. So this is Wild Watermelon. This is a little swatch of it. So like I said, just a really pretty, yeah, it's like a pinky red with a little orange tint to it. So really beautiful color. Lip butter, these lip butters are just great anyway, so, but I really like this color and I use this a lot in 2014. Okay, next, I've mentioned this quite a few times before, but this is my Kate Moss Lasting Finish lipstick from Rimmel. This is a matte line, the Kate Moss lipsticks, so they're all matte lipsticks. They come in some really great colors. This is one of the colors that I have gotten my hands on. They have some really other great ones that I really want to get my hands on as well. But this one is just a really nice, like, brick coral color. So this is it right here, just this really nice kind of, yeah, like coral orangey brick color. Really love this color. I've been wearing this quite often lately. And yeah, really pretty color. I'm really looking forward to using this for spring and summer as well. Last but not least is my Revlon Colorburst Matte Balm in, oh, what is this color? Unapologetic. So this is a beautiful, bright, peachy pink coral color. This line in general, all of the Colorbursts, like the shiny ones and the regular kind of like shimmery ones and the matte balms, just really great. The formula is really great on these. They're really easy to just kind of glide on your lips. Another easy product to kind of throw in your handbag and just go. This color is spectacular. I love it. It is a super bold lip color though, I will tell you that right now, but it is just gorgeous. So this is it, just kind of like a bright, really bright, peachy coral color. So I just love this stuff, and it smells really nice too. It has like a nice peppermint smell. So great product. I used a lot of this in 2014. Alright, so there you have it. There are my best products of 2014. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that this helped you out with maybe grabbing some cool products if you haven't tried them yet. Like I said, those are the products that I used most this year that I really fell in love with. You know, they're really, really good products, and I wouldn't recommend them to you if I didn't really feel very strongly about how they perform and how great they are. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you had a great 2014, and I am excited to see what comes in 2015. So thanks again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!